SoundCartel.
From SoundCartel, I'm Nicole Goodman, and this is Business Essentials Daily. When you hear the term mindful listening, do you think of it more as a soft skill or a game-changing ability for business success? Communications expert and the founder and CEO of Excited Adults, Megan Flamer, says truly listening to and hearing your clients and team members can build trust and loyalty. She also has some simple techniques to create stronger connections that can drive better business outcomes. So, how do we become a more mindful listener? Megan explains to Jeff Waters.
There's always that one person that you can remember actually listening to you. You know, when you're a junior burger and there's all of a sudden the boss actually comes in and asks you, how are you doing?
Substantially.
You know, someone actually asks how you are and then they actually listen to it. And the experience of actually being listened to, of being heard, it breeds enormous loyalty. It breeds people thinking that you really care, and it actually builds connection and camaraderie. So whether you're looking at a team, whether you're looking at how you deal with your clients, imagine that you are a company or an organisation that really actually listens, and not only listens, I mean, we kind of do the theatre of listening.
Yes.
But like listening and hearing what someone is saying.
Actually absorbing it.
Yeah. And then, you know, using that to affect how you deal with that client. I mean, I'll give you a very, very simple, clear, technique around this. You know, a client comes to you and they say, oh, like, we're super stressed out and we've got this deadline next week and we're really struggling with getting all of this off the ground and we need you to do this, this, this and this. And literally just paraphrasing and repeating back to them, okay, great, like, you're really under the crunch right now and you've got a deadline next week and you've got a ton going on and you've got to get all of these pieces done and you need help with this, this and this. Yeah. Oh, God, you get it. And you didn't even say anything new, but you've given them direct mirror feedback to show that you're really listening. Now, being able to...
And it's a bit more effective than a lot of people rely on just saying, I hear you.
Yeah.
But
well,
it's
I
more
get it.
I get it.
Yeah.
But this seems far more effective.
Yes. Well, and it's also like you are really actually having to listen to be able to parrot back to someone what it is that you heard. And so when you're listening with that intentionality, where you're really being mindful of exactly what they're saying so that you are listening to understand and then repeating back the salient points to them, the experience for the other person is like, wow, you are actually really listening here. And then it's the opportunity for them to have a conversation with you. Now, these are really, really simple things where you're just kind of, oh, cool, repeat back to them what they say. We use these sometimes to hack how we do the sales cycle, for example, where it's just like, yeah, repeat back to the client. They love hearing their own stuff back. But when we're looking at mindfulness and mindful communication, it's not in order to sell them something. It's not in order to hack someone's psyche. It's to literally listen to understand and to look for how you could help, how you can really get over there with them. You're listening for their tone of voice. You're looking for, are they distressed? Are they relaxed? Are they frustrated? You're starting to get into the empathetic space where you're really aware of their emotional state as well.
And sincerity.
Sincerity.
Perish the thought.
Yes. Imagine if all the conversations that you were having, and to some people I think this might sound a bit exhausting, but with practice of really being mindful of how you're listening, of how you're communicating back, there's a real opportunity for increased empathy, for more understanding, more emotional intelligence with all of your communication. I'll give you another example.
Please, because your tips are very good.
Oh, thank you. If a client calls you and they're really upset and they're frustrated and they're really angry, using this technique means that they really feel heard. So you guys screwed this up and this is, not done by the deadline and so didn't do their job properly. Okay, I heard you. we've really screwed this up. I can hear that you think this person hasn't done a very good job. Have I missed anything else? Well, then also this. Okay, I got it. Okay. I can really hear that this has happened and this has happened. Is there anything else? So you give them the opportunity to get it off their chest. Now, this is two things, right? You're letting the client really tell you what they need and get it off their chest. But it's also stopping you from having your reaction. When we talk about mindful...
defensiveness.
Yeah, exactly. Like everybody, when they're being yelled at or, whatever anyone says to you, you have a little reaction inside. Maybe if you were someone whose parents yelled at you, you might have a more visceral reaction if someone's yelling at you. The opportunity with just focusing on repeating back what you heard is the opportunity to really let your reaction sit there for a moment, and it buys you some time to choose how you're going to respond. So it's the difference between a straightaway reaction, maybe combativeness, and choosing how you would respond where you can be more considered and thoughtful about what that would look like. It's more peaceful, it's more calm. You can always vent to someone else in the organisation later, but we also find there's more empathy there's more understanding, and you also get the complete picture. Because especially in a small business, feedback like that, even if it's an angry customer, that's great feedback. You can do a lot with that. So you want them to keep talking, keep telling me. And you'll have those perpetual complainers. I've found with perpetual complaining clients, if you just let them, you keep saying to them, what's going on? Oh, tell me more about it. Oh, what was that experience like? You keep being curious and asking questions. It takes the sting out of the feedback for me personally, but it also gives me fantastic information about how I can do better next time, or do I just not want to work with clients like this anymore? And I get to choose a little better for who I'm going to work with if you have that luxury.
That's Megan Flamer, founder and CEO of Excited Adults. This episode of Business Essentials Daily is produced by the team at SoundCartel. Thanks for listening. I'm Nicole Goodman. We'll bring you more Be Daily tomorrow. Follow @BE Daily Podcast across social media and head to bedaily.com.au for more from the Business Essentials Daily podcast. SoundCartel.